Meanwhile, the IFP Youth Brigade has arrived at the KwaPhindangene homestead to pay their tribute to Prince Buthelezi. Bongani Gema standing by with the latest. Bongani, good afternoon to you. What's happening there now?
Well, good afternoon, Stephen, and to the viewers as well. The Youth Brigade of the IFP has arrived, as you said in your intro, led by their National Secretary, Mlungisi Mabaso. Just behind me is the youth of the IFP. They are paying their tributes in the center. I understand that an address is still ongoing, but we had to rush, Stephen, to get the National Secretary of the IFP to speak to us, because we've been expecting them, throughout the whole day. Understand that they've been gathering since the early morning at the town of Ulundi, waiting for, their members together in their numbers. And finally, they are here. Mlungisi Mabaso, the National Secretary, we thank you very much for your time, sir. A great tree has fallen. I cannot imagine how painful it is for you as the youth of the IFP.
Well, it's quite difficult. We are talking about the leader here who believed, in leadership development, and in the IFP, he always nurtured young people to become, great leaders that we see even in the IFP today. And he also emerged from the structures of the youth within the ANC. So he really believed in leadership development. He really believed in young people. And, it's very difficult and painful for us because, we were still learning from him. We were still receiving his guidance. And we don't know what we are going to do now going forward, because we have lost a mentor. We have lost a leader that we believed in. We have lost a visionary, that always gave us correct advices, that always showed us a correct way in everything that we are doing.
Okay. Just share with us your fondest memory of Usheng.
Well, as young people, we'll always be young people. I remember at some point, we wrote a letter complaining that there was not enough representation of young people, in councils, and in the executives, and we were called to explain ourselves in the NEC. And when the national chairperson tried to speak, he said, no, you did not write a letter. I want this one who wrote the letter. So I had to stand up and explain myself. But at the end of it all, we have representation of young people in council, we have representation of young people in the executive, because he understood, what we were saying, and he supported what we were proposing to the party. Hence, you see this quite number of public representatives from the brigade.
Mabaso, we do know that KwaPhindangene had not been actively involved in politics for quite some time now, but we know that his figure was still there, in the IFP, because he was the founder. What's going to happen to the party now? What do you think, as the youth of the IFP, is going to happen to the party now?
Well, the party still has a future. He taught us a lot. You see quite a number of young people here. So that is demonstration that the IFP still has a future. Even the leaders that he groomed before, even during the early 90s, when the IFP was founded, they are still here. They are still going to advise. They are still going to guide. So there is no, the challenges with the leadership within the party, and that I think we need to then to grow from what he has established within the organization. And I think those leaders, needs to use the advices and the guidance that they received from Umntwana, so that they are able to take the organization forward. But we can tell you from what we are seeing, even right behind me, that the IFP still has a future. There are quite a number of young people that has joined the party. There's quite a number of active young people within the organization. There's quite a number of youth representation in all structures of the organization, from the branch level up to the national level. And we are grateful for that opportunity which Umntwana gave to us, because it was because of his guidance, it was because of his vision that you see, a number of young people joining the IFP. Thank you very much.
Well, Stephen, there you have us, the National Secretary of the IFP, just speaking about his fondest memories of KwaPhindangene. I think what's coming out there, Stephen, is the issue of discipline and respect. I think throughout the whole week we've been hearing people repeating that he tried to instill, that particular trait in everyone he came across.
Bongani Gema, thank you very much indeed for that live update. Of course, more live updates for you. We do expect the ANC delegation to be there in about an hour's time. We'll bring that to you as well this afternoon.